Hello everyone, and welcome to the 5th installment of my 3 printed Thomas engines. Now in my last video, we talked through Thomas, Percy, and Toby, but now we're going to look at one of my most absolute favorite characters of all time, Edward. So Edward is my second favorite Thomas character. Edward is just one of those characters who I love to death. For those of you who don't know who Edward is, Edward was this character who was actually the very first character the Reverend W. Awdry created to really kick off Thomas and Friends. So, Edward, along with Henry and Gordon, are the first 3 characters ever made to really make Thomas and Friends. These characters were really likable and enjoyable. And personally, I think Edward is one of my most favorite characters. There are a lot of reasons why I love Edward. He's old, he's smaller than Gordon and Henry, but Edward is there to help other engines, and even though there are some times where it's rough for Edward, he just pushes through. Like, Edward is a really strong engine, even though he's old. I mean, Edward's another blue character, which is my favorite color, and his design is probably one of my favorites out of all the other characters. Edward's model here looks really, really nice. I think the paint job looks accurate. His face I love the most. And the number 2 on the cab, on the tender. Like, Edward here is just really amazing. It makes me really sad that Edward is not a marketable character anymore. And it makes me even more sad that they had to write him off the Steam team in 2017. Though they could have given Edward a proper send-off episode, or either made Tidmouth Sheds bigger. Now, I don't know if making Edward send-off is easy, because there are a lot of people who had this idea to send Henry off in Super Rescue. Super Rescue is a story that everyone has been wanting as an episode. Now, I don't really know why Mattel or the Andrew Brenner never made Super Rescue. Like, Super Rescue, I think, is a fan-favorite Railway Series story. Now, I've never read Super Rescue, so I don't know what it's about. The only things I seem to know are that Bear and D199 are characters, and that Henry gets sent off in that story. It would have made a lot more sense to send off Henry in Super Rescue rather than say he's going to sleep in Vicarstown. Excuse me. Though I'm not sure how you would send Edward off. But anyways, Edward is like probably a fan favorite character. I'm not sure how popular Edward is, but Edward's like a very important keystone. And it just feels so distasteful that you send him off by making him sleep at Wellsworth. Personally, I didn't think they shouldn't have to send off Edward at all. Like, Edward here is one of my favorite characters. Like, Edward deserves to be a main protagonist. Like, there's just a lot of really great episodes Edward had. Like, Edward's Exploit, Edward's Brass Band, Edward, Trevor, and the Really Useful Party, Old Iron. And there are a lot of other episodes where Edward wasn't the main character for that, but he did still appear. Like, Edward's like such an iconic character. And I really am happy that the Reverend Awdry created Edward, because Edward here is really enjoyable and loved by many people. Personally, if you guys like Edward, tell me in the comments below. One of the things that I really didn't like is that in the Sharon Miller era, Edward was out of character. Though I do like his voice in the CGI series. Like, he is voiced by William Hope in the US dub, but in the UK dub, he's played by Keith Wickham. Though, I do think William Hope doesn't do too bad, but I'm sure some of you might prefer Keith Wickham as Edward. But you can have your say. Anyways, do you guys love Edward here? Personally, I really think that Edward is a really amazing character. Like, Edward will always be one of my childhood favorites of Thomas the Tank Engine, as well as a few other characters. Like, both Edward and Henry were just such really great characters. Though I am happy that Mattel brought them back in season 25. Though I do find Edward's wheel configuration weird, but other than that, these two are really amazing characters. Like, I will review Henry in the future, but I just thought I'd look at Edward here. Not much I can say about Edward. Another thing I do like is how I got the coal. Like, it's no longer flat, it's actually 3D coal, which is really good. Alright, so that's all I have to say for Edward. So for a final score, I would give Edward a 10 out of 10 like all my other model trains I've made. Though these are relatively small, but that doesn't really bother me. I just like that I was able to give them magnets, like the Bandai Tech trains. I mean, not all engines couple up to the front of Edward. Though, this just feels kind of weird that some engines don't couple up to the front of Edward. I mean, you can couple Edward to the front of the other trains, but not much else. So, I hope you look forward to all these other characters. And I got plenty more characters along the way. Like, there are some characters that are in the process of being painted. So I hope you stay tuned. Anyways, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more on Timmy 2009. Bye!